Let's see if I can mix it up already. Oh, here I go on the hot mic.
Hot mic in it. You see the logo?
Um, all right. Says we went live. I guess that's what's going on.
Hello, everyone out there in Radioland.
Is
Oh,
the
sucks. So you got a Preternatural screen up.
excellent. All right, here am I gonna. I'm gonna try the
Everyone,
transition now. I'm gonna
everyone can
try.
hear us. Go for it.
I'm
Everyone
gonna
can hear
try.
us.
I'm gonna try really hard.
Figuring it out.
Ah, how was that? Was that better?
That's all right.
Better than
Someday.
last? Better than the regular way I do it?
Yeah. Hey, here we are, guys. We're back with Preternatural episode 4. Now with less misspellings. Um,
Now with grammar.
if you if you didn't catch episodes 1 through 3, you can catch the previous episodes on my YouTube channel, Artists for Hire S. There is a link in the wherever the link goes.
Maybe.
And this is episode 4. Thanks for joining us. Now, in case you haven't caught us or are catching us, this is an interactive game. If you look where the names are for our players, they have descriptions of their names, and if they do something cool which matches the stereotypes listed underneath, you can chime on the chat and award them a point. Bringing that up because right now I'm having to award points by myself, which is a little unfair because I'm a bit of a tightwad, I guess. So you guys do get one destiny point after I went ahead and rewatched the last episode. So go ahead and award that for yourselves.
I was a jerk plenty of times.
We get a
Yeah, but it's not resonating with me. So how can I award you that point?
Well,
I need
I know I got at least one good one in there. Where I
I'm
looked at Danny, I was like,
I'm
I got
I'm
this, I got this.
I'm a
Shut up,
I'm
woman.
I'm a jerk. I should know what it feels like when you jerk it right. Don't.
Yeah, my best
Yeah.
one from the other day
No,
was,
no.
I
Just
got this,
forget
Danny.
all that. Forget all that. Forget all
Shut
that.
up,
Forget all
woman.
that.
okay.
Forget all that.
So we get a destiny point right now.
We are. Yeah. Go ahead and
Oh,
award yourself a destiny point retroactively because I did not do it during the stream. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do something we don't normally do on this show, and that's give a little recap previously on Preternatural. All right. Betty Jo screams at the Remington boys, "Y'all were supposed to take me to the city." Mexican Steven turns around and points at his rear end and says, "Look at my butt." Dan shoots around in the air and screams, "He's got a gun!" Sean takes his 45 and blows the head off a man lying face down on his stomach. Dan dumps a decapitated body into the bed of the Chevy as Betty Jo screams. A voice on the payphone asks, "What can I do for you, Hunter?" And we return for our prelude. Whose turn is it for the prelude?
it's my turn.
It's your turn?
Yeah, Luke went last time.
No, you went. You were the punk singer. You were first last time.
Oh,
All right, I'll go.
then yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep it alternating, keep it fair. All right. Then why don't you? Oh man, I just realized that doesn't matter. Cool. Or we should have gone. Okay, tonight's the night for your big date. Describe the special things you do to prepare for your date.
Take a shower, of course.
All right, so our character is coming out of the shower, toweling down.
Getting dressed in my nicest. Get
All
that
right,
box of chocolates, the flowers together. Uh, get in my rental car and go pick up my date.
all right. Now, before you head out the door, describe to us the weapon that you take for your special date.
AR-15.
All right.
Tucked tucked way deep into the
All
pants.
right.
It's in a
Yeah,
guitar case. Why not?
won't really. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Why don't we go to you? You are tonight playing the role of a beautiful blonde, or mid 20s. Um, you normally don't date, but this guy's pretty special. So why don't you describe for us some of the things you do to prepare for the date?
I take a shower. I put on a lot of lotion. And I spritz some perfume in the appropriate places. I pick out the sexiest dress I own. Um,
Take it off, change into a different one.
at least 15 times.
Hey,
And
hey, this is Yuli's thing. This is Yuli's thing. Don't worry.
I brush my hair for an extra long time, making sure I'm looking sexy and sweet in the mirror. And I put on my shoes and I wait for my date to arrive in the living room.
All right. Luke, the person you're playing, arrives at the door. You ring the doorbell. Um, the door opens up and you meet each other. Why don't you guys go ahead and say whatever you say?
Oh, you're looking lovely tonight.
Thank you.
Shall we be off?
Yes, please.
Now, uh, Luke, why don't you like invite yourself in and use the restroom or something? Because you got to get in with this AR-15 and go ahead and and go ahead and kill this person for me.
Uh, hate to ask this, but could I use your bathroom?
Oh, of course. Right down the hall to the left.
I go down the hall to the left,
Mhm.
open my guitar case, pull out the
Okay.
AR-15,
All
just
right.
open fire.
All right. Yeah, you walk back out of the bathroom in the ready position, and you go to shoot your date tonight. But you have access to a destiny point, really, if you want to.
Okay. I'm gonna use it to get away.
Which option?
I don't have them in front of me. The one that lets me escape.
Uh, okay.
Escape hail of bullets.
Mhm.
Yes. So you can outrun them. That's fine. You outrun them. You catch a glimpse of the barrel and just instinctively jolts right out of the front door.
Out of there.
And you go out. You catch sight of her and you're pretty angry and fire a few shots. Um, and the firing just stops. And when the cops finally come, you can peek through your own door and figure things out. Uh, like I don't know, a day later when you finally come back home instead of just running for your life. Whatever happens, whenever time this is, for some reason, uh, the head of the first man has exploded.
First man? What first man?
Well, the man, not the woman,
Mm.
was died.
So my date's dead.
So your date's dead. There was a twist. You didn't see that coming, did you? All right, guys. And now back to our heroes. Okay, the voice on the phone. That's quite a pickle you're in, Dan. Are you hunting by yourself?
Nah, I got my brother Sean here and Mexican Stevens with us too.
Okay, good. Look, Dan, I think I can take care of this, but you're gonna have to do something for me. Does that sound all right to you?
Yes, sir. Just tell me what I gotta do.
Okay, listen carefully. One of you is gonna go with Sixer. Then I'm gonna need two of you to do something for me, Dan. You think you can handle that?
Why not? Sure, why not, buddy?
Okay, Dan. I need you to go to Midland. There's a girl there in desperate need of help. You got something to write this address down?
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
He gives you the address. Okay, Dan, don't take too long. I'm counting on you. You need that address, yeah, and you just call me right back. Sounds like you didn't have anything to write it down with.
Right then, right then. And I'm
Okay.
gonna repeat the address out loud to Sean, cause I know Sean remembers stuff better than I do.
Mhm.
Hey, girl in Midland, address.
Yeah.
Can you remember that
Three
for me,
five
brother?
352 Wells Street. Whatever. All right. You'll remember that surely.
123 Jake Street.
There we go. That's it exactly. So a guy pulls up driving a Trans Am. He takes the Rougarou and puts it in his trunk. Says, "You coming with me?" He's talking to Mexican Steven. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, boys. Uh, I see you soon. Okay. And he gets in the car and they take off. And you are left with the C10 and Betty Joe.
With
Well,
the
let's
what?
get the hell out of here.
I would like to take this opportunity to use destiny points to heal myself.
Sure.
First
You
I'm
might
gonna do
you might want to plan your course of action first because I'm not sure what you guys are doing.
well,
And
we
I'm not
got
attacking you, so
we gotta go to Midland and help this girl. That's what guy on
right,
the
but
phone said.
You have Betty Joe with you.
Right. We gotta take JoJo home first.
That's not on the way.
So,
She's
But
coming with us.
but she'll be in danger.
Just leave her in the truck.
You good with that, Betty Joe?
no, I don't want nothing to do with you, you psychos.
Right.
Well, this is all Mexican. Steven's fault and the Guru.
how about we get JoJo a hotel here, and we just pick her up on the way back from the job?
I'm not leaving me here.
Well, if we can't leave you here and you don't want to come with us, what do you want us to do?
Take me home, dummy.
Uh, Sean.
Fine. Speed the whole way there.
All right, so you decide to go to Lucan, stop in Lucanmont first. It adds 4 hours to your travel, but um,
I'm going to go 120.
I'm not sure the truck will go that fast.
All right, I'm going to go 90.
It might go that fast.
We're gonna go red line speed. Is that better?
It's your transmission.
That's not bad for the transmission. If anything, it would be bad for the engine, but we already broke it in.
Okay, let's see. We'll have to look at the top speed of that later. It doesn't matter. Because you are speeding, do one of you want to roll some percentile for being pulled over?
I don't know if that's good or bad, but 92.
No, that's good. Normal. It's the 80s and some desolate Texas roads, so it's not a big deal.
All right.
All right, we will say you that gets you to Lukenbach though, where Betty Joe pushes you out as fast as she can to get out of the truck and
Now remember, Betty Joe,
uh,
don't say nothing to nobody.
stomps her way. All right.
Fantastic.
Um,
While we're home, reload everything, grab more supplies, stuff like that. Some first aid supplies, some more ammo. Give Mama a hug. Check on the truck before we get on the road again. Make sure everything's good.
okay, so it was night. You haven't been favoring any wounds, but I would let you count it as favoring a wound because you haven't been driving or anything. So you
Mhm.
got if you do that and go to Midland, total of nearly 8.5 hours, you might be able to. Gosh, I mean, if you leave right now, you'd be traveling all night because we're already doing stuff during the night.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a rest.
So it's like 6 in the morning. You guys are going to be pretty tired. If you want to like rest all day or something, I don't know what you want to do.
That'd probably be the best idea.
Yeah. We don't want to hit
We're
the
Alright.
road
almost
tired and
home.
whatnot. You
Yeah,
know,
we're at
anything can
home
happen.
anyways.
Yeah, so you want to rest at home?
Yeah.
Get a plate of mama's cooking. Good night rest on our own beds.
All right. So if that's the case, you guys are there probably around 3:30 in the morning. Um, you guys sleep in a little bit, and um, head out 4 hours. You can make it to Midland probably by 6 p.m.
I'm favoring my wound.
Well, you could be resting. Let's see. What does that leave you at? I think you need 21 hours for to recover a wound.
From the stamina wound. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how it works, right? Yeah.
yeah. So what does that put you at? Are you near that?
Am I near what?
21 hours?
If it's, I don't know, it's maybe been a day since I got hurt. Is that what you're asking?
It's been like 15 hours, huh, since you
Yeah,
last got hurt.
not that long. Yeah. But when I use my destiny point to get rid of wounds, that counts stamina wounds too, right?
It's gonna count any wounds.
Oh, it counts any wounds. That's right. Okay. So then
Yeah.
I would like to roll for that now, because I
All right,
have
go for
real
it.
wounds and stamina wounds.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you didn't get any you couldn't have recovered one back before that, you know.
It's all good. So D4 for the wounds. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna send you a picture.
You
so,
got the
so,
four?
so you know I ain't bullying.
That's all right. There's trust around here. We can.
I magically rolled a 4. I was so like,
Nice.
here we go. I'm gonna get one wound back, and it's gonna barely help.
Nice, nice. No, that's great.
So now I'm going to roll for HP recovery.
Oh, you lost HP to lethal damage?
Yes.
Okay.
4. I will mark that on my sheet now.
It's something.
So, okay, so how does that work? So, all my wounds are recovered,
But your hit points are not
but my
correct.
hit points are not. So, does that mean since all my wounds are recovered, I'm not suffering any negatives, but I am
You're
missing
not
HP?
you're not suffering negatives, but you're weak and sensitive. If somebody pops you right now, you lose the wounds again right away, right?
Is that how that works?
Yep. So don't get hit while you're recovering. And you also need a rest to recover those hit points. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna rest as much as possible. I want to be
all right,
100% for the next fight.
all right. Um, so you guys make it to Midland. Um, there you meet Miss Eva Long, a stunning young Midwestern woman who has a strange problem. 352 Wells Street, not 123 Fig Street. Thank you.
Same thing. Okay,
And what do you guys knock on the door or something?
456 definitely not fake street.
Do you
Four,
knock on the door?
Yeah.
Sure. The stunning blonde answers the door, like I said.
Howdy, ma'am.
Are
tip my hat.
who are you guys? Um, I don't
We're,
know how this works.
we're instructed to pay you a visit, ma'am.
Oh,
So whoever you
okay.
talk to, they sent us.
Or I guess come in.
Thank you, ma'am.
Walk on
She
in.
sits. She sits down in the chair in the living room. Uh, Gestures towards the couch opposite of her.
Take a seat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I get y'all a drink?
Yes, please, ma'am. I'm mighty parched.
Whiskey.
Bear
Oh,
if you got it.
okay, sure. And she brings both.
So,
I was really thinking lemonade, but I guess it's fine.
I mean, hey, I'll have both. Got it.
Whiskey sour?
Absolutely.
Sure. She puts one together as best as she can. It's not too bad.
So, why we here?
Well, you see, there's men tend to die around me, and
Oh,
Uh,
I'll have another whiskey sour.
so a few days ago, this guy comes to my house. Um, I met him through a personal ad, and it was also crazy. And it's not the first time this has happened. Gosh, I just don't know.
would
Personal ad.
would you say you've been having a lot of bad luck lately?
Well, I mean, not lately. I mean, what what am I supposed to tell you guys?
Anything strange happened to you recently?
Well, like I said, the guy um recently I met him on a personal ad. Um, I mean, because of how everything that's happened, I hadn't gone out for years. I mostly just stay here. I just felt so cursed. It's been 5 years since I've gone out with a guy. I don't even remember how to go about it. So I saw this ad in the personals. This guy Riley Fry, and I just something told me to take a chance. I guess. Oh gosh, that was so stupid of me.
Okay.
Then personal ads can be dangerous. You don't want to just be dating strangers. Now, how about you hop in my truck, little lady, and we'll get you something to eat.
Okay,
Danny, wait here.
Um. Okay.
Take her out
okay.
on
You're gonna take her out on the date?
a
Sure, why not?
date.
Go for it.
Before they leave, I'm gonna take Sean by the shoulder. Careful, brother. She might be cursed like Stephen was.
I don't mind.
Okay, so you stay at the home. Why don't you describe to me first what you're doing,
Who me?
Dan? Yeah.
Uh. Oh well. First, you see, I'm gonna go up in her pantry, see if she got Twinkies or something, to munch on. And since I don't see any ashtrays
um,
inside, I guess I'm gonna have me some cigarettes in the backyard.
she has some home baked goods,
Oh, score! I just make myself at home, and I look around the house.
and you look around the house. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Uh, anything spooky?
Anything spooky? Well, do you want to roll and
Yeah.
investigate for anything
Roll,
spooky?
Yes,
roll
sir.
spooky.
Yeah, roll spooky, I
Well,
guess.
spooky things are new to my character, so. uh, it's it's garbage, but it's something. Let's see here. And I feel in no rush, so I take my time. Bonus, yes.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's exactly how that works. Good call.
Investigate. 8.
8. Oh god, this is like a redeeming lot investigations. Anyway.
I rolled a 1. What do you want?
Yeah, I wish you hadn't rolled
Don't do
that
that.
one. Oh boy.
The dice have deemed fail.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to you, Sean. How's your date going?
Well, just rolled an 11 for seduce.
Okay, okay. So is this part of the work?
Why,
Um,
absolutely, young lady. By the way, what's your name?
they didn't tell you?
I
My
don't
my
think I was
name's
paying
my
attention.
name's Eva.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Ava.
Eva Long.
I take her to McDonald's.
Classy.
Drive through.
Drive through. All right.
No, don't pay.
You have her pay.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, oh. Oh yeah. I guess that's not a problem. Here I'll I'll pay for that. Um. So what do we do next?
Well, this whole thing here, young lady, is to see if I wind up getting killed somehow. It's part of the protection. You said
What?
men just keep dying around you.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd spare my little brother a little grief, let him not die, and take a chance.
Oh well, I guess that's pretty nice of you. So you're gonna keep him safe while he fixes it?
Yes.
Oh well, I guess you got it all figured out then. You done this before?
11 lie. Yes.
Since my
Oh,
character doesn't know
okay.
specifically what to look for, Hector, I check
Uh-huh.
everywhere. Underwear drawers, under the bed, in the shoes in her
Good.
closet, everywhere.
Good. I'm gonna say that's a good bonus. There really isn't anything strange here. Um,
Under the toilet, in the
there.
toilet.
Okay. Yeah, everything seems pretty normal to you. But the one thing that does stand out is in the bedroom. A teddy bear stands out. It's
Hmm.
kind of old and beat up, and doesn't really fit in with the rest of the everything else around here, which is nice and new and clean. Um, and there's a single frame picture in the bedroom uh, that has a picture of her looking pretty young. You can barely tell it's her because she's so young, and also there's a picture of a younger boy in it with her who looks a little bit like her, so it might be her brother at least, maybe a cousin at least.
Is the teddy bear in the picture?
They're twins.
No.
Right. I call Steven. I
Good
call
luck with
Mexican
that.
Steve.
You
Oh,
call
okay.
Mexicans? You don't have his number.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no cell phones. It's like '80s.
True.
You if
Uh,
you want to
he
get
knew
you
his
want to
home.
get you want to get
He knew his
mobile.
home
You better
phone.
you better get a car phone.
Yeah, he'd have to know his home phone.
Or a couple
Yeah.
$1,000 for a briefcase phone.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. That's the only thing that you can really find out of place. Everything else is pretty orderly around here.
All right then. All right. We'll go back to Eating her snacks.
Let's see.
All right. So you, what are you doing? Luke?
I'm going to investigate her jewelry, things she's wearing, to see if there's anything that would look like anything I saw in the Hunter's Journal.
Okay. Does that mean you're calling on the Hunter's Journal for a lead?
Did that cost me anything?
No, you can just roll on it once per investigation.
Oh, okay. Well, then once per investigation, or yeah, I'm gonna roll investigation first though.
All right. So you're calling on the Hunter's Journal.
Yeah, and I'm rolling investigation. Um, 8, 5, brain fart,
13.
13.
13. That's successful. However, you realize that you haven't really done any investigating whatsoever, and you're not even sure where to start looking. If you can get to a point where you have a little bit more case, then I'll give you a lead based on that roll.
That was his regular investigation roll.
Oh, there was an
He's,
eight. Oh, I'm
he's
sorry.
rolling his
18 was
skill
investigation.
investigation.
I thought you were rolling on the Hunter's Journal. No, there's nothing here for you to simulate. She has a couple of bracelets, a necklace, but it doesn't look like anything strange. Pretty
I'm
common
gonna
items.
I'm gonna have to question her then in my investigation.
Okay, go ahead and question her.
When did this whole thing of men dying start to happen around you?
Oh, oh yeah. So, I used to work at this flower shop. Like I said, around 5 years ago, a little longer now. I had a coworker. Um, he was a decent looking guy, tall, a little shy maybe. Mostly he kept to himself. He did ask me out once. Um, I wanted to say yes, but my mom was visiting, and when I told him that, I think he thought I was trying to let him down easy. He didn't take it well. Anyway, I don't work there anymore. It's just too difficult to stay there.
That fella still work there?
No, his whole head caved in. That's when the second one happened. Um, it was Officer Jericho Allen. He investigated Rodrigo Moore's death. He was the first cop to come around and investigate. Um, but the same thing happened to him. And while I was all tied up in it for so long, they ended up investigating me because obviously it was happening around me. And the investigation never went anywhere else. So I just stayed home and just, it was hard. So I didn't want to, I just couldn't. That is until last week. And then it happened again. And she starts watering up.
Seduce, 12. I give her a hug. Well, I'm here now, young lady. I'm here now, Ava.
Okay. Um, why don't you why don't you roll look for me?
All right. That's 8, 7, 15.
15, good. You swear you see a kid just staring at you, a little blonde boy with bangs and hair coming down, and he's just like mad dogging you.
Gotta go.
And I gotta go.
We're in the truck. We got drive through. So I take off, take her back to her place.
All right.
When I hear the truck pull up, I start cleaning up after myself. Oh, the back already. Oh man. And I try to like position the cookies or whatever she baked in a way so it looks like there's more than there is. And I throw away all my beer cans. And I tidy up a little bit so it doesn't look like I was going through all her stuff. And then I do the whole like, oh hey, when they walk in the door. How's it going?
Hi, how's your investigation going?
Um, um, mm, mm-hmm.
Your,
Had
your
a
brother,
good. Go ahead. Wait, what?
your brother Sean told me that you were going to figure it out while we were gone. Did you do
Right.
it already?
Somewhat. I got two questions for you. Uh, who this teddy bear belong to, and who's the boy in the picture with you here?
Oh, you went through my room?
I know that boy.
You seen this
You
boy?
do know that. You do know that boy. Why don't
That's why we
you
left. That's why we left McDonald's.
why don't you roll for look for me again, Luke?
17.
Good, I'm glad you saw it. That means that you'll be able to defend yourself normally from this attack.
Grand.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a defense roll?
Let's see.
I don't know how you saw that little boy. I mean, if this little boy was her age back then, he should be a
Just go ahead
grown
and
man.
stop there. Stop there for me, because I need that defense roll. This is happening now.
Okay.
It's 9, 12, 21.
Ooh, lucky you! You beat my 20.
Haha.
The boy looks at you so intensely, and he runs at you with a sledgehammer that looks way too big for him to be carrying. But you move out of the way, and shortly after, he disappears.
Is this visible to us?
Yes.
What in tarnation was that?
Boyfriend of yours, Eva?
What? Huh? Huh? Let's see if she fails her composure roll. She does.
Give her a hug. I'm here now, Eva. I'm here. Everything's fine. You're going to be safe. Now, who was that?
She is having trouble composing herself. She doesn't seem to be able to breathe. Why don't you give me some sort of roll if you want to try and change your mood?
I pull my gun. Because I don't know
Okay.
what's going on.
Speech.
Did it from that attack? Did he look really similar to the boy I saw in the photo?
9.
You got a quick glimpse, and you figure he has the same hair.
Nah.
And now Sean's telling you he has that he's seen that boy before. So
Nah.
Yeah,
How's that
boy was
possible?
I rolled a 9 speech. I figured this out. That little boy there in that picture was the same little boy that came at me with a hammer. It's the same little boy that was in the McDonald's parking lot. How he got here so fast, I don't know. He's probably a ghost. Eva?
that's not possible.
It ain't Sean, it ain't.
Lots of things are possible.
That little boy should be her age. How is he still a little boy?
He's probably been dead a long time, is my guess. I'm going to consult the Hunter's Journal. What do I need to roll on that?
Under 34. 34 or under.
I rolled a 45.
That's too bad.
I'm gonna roll a memory check to see if I can remember the phone number I called the first time from that payphone.
Okay,
And I'm gonna use her house phone.
sure.
I rolled a 9.
It's pretty simple.
Yuli already forgot.
Oh my god. How could you forget 1-800-monster?
There you go. I called the
It
number.
was last week.
But it's 1-800 monster. How do you forget that?
That was a week ago, Hector.
I pick up the phone and I go, oh yeah, oh yeah. Toot, 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 toot.
It has 666 in it. 1-800-666 and then something else. It's like super easy to remember monster.
Stop it, GM, I'm calling.
All right. The voice on the phone says, "Who's speaking and what's your current location?" After
Uh,
the, of
this is
course, the
Dan.
sex call.
This is Dan Remington. Me and my brother was sent on a mission to find this girl Midland, and we might be dealing with the ghost, and I don't know how to kill ghosts. How do you kill a ghost?
That's a tough one. You might have to find the remains, cover
We,
them in salt, and burn them.
we might have to find the remains, cover them in salt, and burn them. What else you got?
She says, Edward was cremated.
He was cremated. Does that do anything?
Oh man, that's tough. He's probably possessing an object.
Was your brother fond of a teddy bear?
That's yeah, that's Edward Steady.
Oh, I got it! And I go run to the teddy bear I saw in the bedroom, the raggedy one.
Hmm.
And then I run back to the phone. Okay, I think I got the thing. What do I do with it?
Well, if he's haunting that object, cover it in salt and burn it.
Right then. I'll run to the kitchen.
You already know where the salt is.
Uh,
Probably
You're
already
always
used
using
it.
you went through the whole house.
um, Sean, while that's happening, this seems to displease our resident ghost. So why don't you go ahead and do something else here while I attack you? I don't know what you want to do.
Well, if you're attacking me, I'm going to roll dodge.
Why don't you
Sure.
roll seduce instead? Or some speech. We're friends.
Well, first, I got to dodge.
Yes.
Oh, good. 20 even.
Nice.
Well, that's yep. You're good for now. Um, it's pretty angry though. This time it
No.
decides not to disappear. So
All
you're
right.
fighting Ghost.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I'm gonna give it some speech to that ghost. I'm gonna
just
monologue him.
describe. Cool. Go ahead and describe to me first. Or you? No, actually, you go ahead and describe your monologue first, Sean.
All right. Well, I rolled a 10 speech. All right, young ghost, Edward. I'm here protecting your sister. I'm not trying to date her. I wink at her. You've been scaring off everyone that's coming around here, and you're scaring the hell out of your sister. You stop that, young man. You go stand in the corner. Think about what you've done.
All right. Yeah, that's not working. You go ahead and roll some dodge for me.
20 again.
Damn, I actually hit you.
All right.
So let's see. You might want to use a destiny point because I just did 18 damage to your head.
Wow.
So it comes out to
Yeah, that would be death.
2.5. Yeah, you might want to do something about that before.
I'm using a destiny point. What were my options with that?
You collect.
It's on the Preternatural sheet.
Yeah, I'm opening it. Let's see, destiny points.
Quick question: does she have an electric stove or a gas stove?
Yes. Um, So yeah, it would be an extra 4 points. You'd take 22 damage to the head. You'd be knocked out. Wait, no, it's a sledgehammer.
I can reduce your damage to a 1d12.
Does that
Two a
affect?
1d12 or by 1d12.
It says reduce 1d12 damage. Oh, okay, so I get to roll a 1d12 to reduce the damage.
Yeah,
Come on, 12. But I'm going to wind up falling prone for it, it says.
yeah.
Ah, that's lucky. 11.
Hey, not too bad. So from 22 to 11, you still take a pretty bad blow to the head, and you do fall prone. Why don't you describe to me what you're doing with the
Oh,
teddy bear?
so I took 11
Dan.
damage there.
Yeah.
I run for the salt. I get the salt. I slam the teddy bear on the stove. I turn on the stove as I sprinkle the salt on the teddy bear. If the stove's not lit, I draw my lighter. I didn't take quick draw my lighter. I take my lighter out and I light it on fire while the gas is going.
Okay. Well, she keeps a pretty clean home, so the pilot will probably light. Why don't you go ahead and roll percentile for me and roll under 90,
Roll under 90.
or roll d10 and roll 9 or lower. Either way.
Roll under 90, meaning I'm gonna roll my first 100%. You said under 90?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Du-du-du-du-du.
What is it? 95?
No, I rolled two. I rolled 2d10.
Oh,
That'll make it confusing.
61.
okay. The pilot lets up.
Sprinkle,
You
sprinkle,
pouring salt on the bear,
sprinkle, sprinkle.
and the flames are catching, and you know how material quickly catches on fire. It turns into nothing, and flames just come up. It goes up pretty quick.
Ah,
Meanwhile, in the other room, Sean is about to be murdered by this ghost because nothing has happened.
ah. He's still there. The little boy still there.
The ghost is still there.
Ah, ah.
He's I think the is he allowed to attack you? Because you might have wanted to use become unconscious instead. So at least that would have saved you for a few rounds.
Let's see. Uh, well, I chose the other one, so it's too late for that.
Yeah, you don't have any more destiny points?
No.
Mm. Okay.
I mean, I'm only at a -1 at this point, so
What is
I
the?
could still I could still dodge, hopefully.
But what is the monologue option?
Force a monster who's capable of speech to monologue.
Are we allowed to move while he's monologuing?
Yeah, he's forced to monologue. You can kind of do whatever you want.
I mean, I'm taking. Can't I also sacrifice attack for defense by taking a defensive position?
Sure, you can take a defense position.
You could go full defensive for. Is it still +5?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where I'm going to have to go because
yeah,
I
you
mean,
can
how
sta-
do you
yeah, you
kill a
can
ghost?
you can sacrifice your turn and go +5 defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, I'm glad you decided to do that because I just rolled really high to attack you again.
All right. So I got a -1 from my wound,
So
and
+4 altogether.
but so +5 on top, so +4, so 14. Oh, nice. 23.
Nice.
Good. That beats my 22. Um,
Jeez.
yeah,
This little murderer is a monster.
yeah. The kid hits you and you roll it. You're just rolling around on the floor. As
Quick,
he's
lady,
trying
what else
to-
belongs to your brother? Quick.
What? What?
The,
She's still
the
freaking
picture.
out.
The picture, Danny, the
Well,
picture.
I'll go for the picture.
All right, while you run to the room to procure the picture, let's try. Let's get some attacks on Sean here.
I'm still skipping turns to go full defensive, so.
Yeah, do it.
Ooh, nice. That's 24.
Cool. Let's take another action on you.
I'm taking the salt with me.
Cool.
All right. That's 8 plus 14, 22.
Good. Let's do one more.
Ah, that's a 7. So 21.
Damn, you're rolling good. Uh, Dan, you make it back to the kitchen.
Why back to the kitchen? I
You
wasn't
have to
gonna
run.
grab the
Burning the
picture and
picture.
then go back to the kitchen. It's just a picture. I have a lighter. I was gonna run to
You
the
need
room.
salt.
I took the salt
Salt.
with me. I
Yeah,
took
I
the
know you
salt
took
with
the
me.
Oh,
salt
okay.
with you.
So my
Either
plan
way,
was to run to the bedroom, smash the
it would have
picture.
been. It's about the same actions, bro. You still got to assault it, and
Okay,
uh,
yeah.
you're not gonna you're not gonna light the picture while it's in the frame.
No, that's what I'm saying. I have to smash the picture on the ground to get to the picture, sprinkle salt on it, and
Okay.
burn it with my lighter.
Okay. Well, let's add an action then, because that's actually worse. You're gonna sit there and wait for this. Try to make it catch on fire without an accelerant.
All
Those
right.
those film pictures don't
24.
exactly light up super easy. Oh, oh, that's good. So you like the picture. Nothing's happened except that there's more screaming from Eva Long.
Run downstairs. Damn it, woman! What else?
Why don't you give me a speech roll or something?
One better. No damage slapper.
Okay, what do
That's the
you?
old
Is that
said
that's an
60s and 70s. Compose yourself, woman.
what do you say? That's an intimidate,
the sure.
maybe.
Intimidate based on power, or is it still persuasion?
What do you think it'd be based on?
Mm, I don't know. Persuading
It
her
sounds
to.
like it sounds like
Persuasion.
persuasion.
All right. Is intimidate a needed skill? I guess I'll find
No,
out.
No, it's not. I don't think it is.
Push the button. Stand by.
Outer limits. Please stand by.
My, mm, mm, my drop menu's not working. Whatever. Ah, nothing. I roll a 3.
good. You're slapping it for no reason.
Well, maybe it'll
she's
get
just
the
looking.
ghost off.
She's
Maybe
just
it'll
looking
get the
at you,
ghost off
son.
me.
You are wrong, sir.
I figured.
Why don't you, since you took an action to do that, why don't we say the ghost is taking an action to attack your brother Sean there?
It's 23. I like these die. I'm using the black ones Yuli, instead of the red ones.
Hmm.
These things, they're rolling almost like I microwaved them.
What do
I
you
don't
guys
even
want
have
to
a
do?
microwave.
What do you guys want to do the next turn?
I want to shake her. What else in this house belongs to him? If you don't want another
Okay,
death on the hands, you'll answer me.
give me some kind of roll, and I'll get another attack roll on you, Sean.
I'm gonna
Yep.
roll a forceful speech. So I'm shaking her, but I'm rolling speech.
22.
22.
Tie goes to the defender.
No, I missed. I was making sure it
Okay.
was a critical miss.
Okay.
Gosh, I
I
think I'm going.
apologize for the airplane. I live by the freeway. There's fighter jets that go over this thing.
Yeah,
I,
there's nothing you can do about that.
I rolled an 8 speech, and as I'm shaking her by the shoulders, listen, lady, I need you to concentrate. Unless you want another death on your hands, you gotta tell me what else in this house belongs to your brother.
Um, She looks like she's almost listening to you. What did you roll?
I rolled an 8 while shaking her by the shoulders.
An 8 what?
Speech.
She is not coming out of her panic.
All right.
I just rolled a 24 dodge because I know it's coming.
Yeah. What else what are you doing the next turn, Dan?
Gonna continue to try to figure out what roll more speech while shaking her.
Okay.
Roll the 9 this time,
Mm,
and I say
I
the
have a
same
feeling
thing.
I'm about to lose a luck point.
it's uh I've decided to use a destiny point. The boy stops the game to point at you, Sean, and while pointing at you and intently looking at you, he whispers, and then he attacks you.
I rolled a 24 already. So.
Okay, well, he misses. The house is getting pretty jacked up as this boy chases you around the living room, knocking stuff over. Couch is on its back. Lamp and counter knocked over. Holes in the wall. Uh,
The journal, Danny, the journal.
you're over there. You want to use the journal? You could.
I will attempt to use the journal. 21.
Hey, we finally got a journal use.
Ghost,
Very
ghost, ghost,
nice.
ghost, 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 ghost.
It's sure. It says hit him with iron.
Is there something in the house that's iron?
You
Frying
better
There's a
pans?
think.
fireplace.
Fireplace? Frying pans?
In Midland,
Maybe
um,
cast iron skillet.
yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna start throwing pots at the kid. Every skillet I can find.
All right, why don't you give me a defense roll, Sean, while Dan goes to the kitchen to find some iron.
I have a feeling I'm about to lose a luck point.
You're rolling really well. I'm surprised it's holding up.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised as well. Let's see. It's 14. It's 20 even.
So good. Why don't you give me a find roll, Dan?
I'm on it.
While
Well,
he's finding,
do I get a
let's take a
bonus
mo-
since I know pots are in the kitchen?
Yeah, you know where everything is already.
you did look earlier, but now it's a matter of you being able to remember. So why
Okay.
don't you roll instead of find off logic, why don't you roll it off memory for me? And I'll lower the DS for you.
Okay, so I'm rolling find off
And you give me
memory.
another defensive roll as well, Sean. Ooh,
Memory is a 1.
roll
It's
high.
Dexterity minus
22.
2.
23.
8.
I think I'm gonna take that luck point. Let's see
Yeah.
what we do on damage.
I rolled
All
a
right,
low.
2 so far. 4 damage.
Oh,
I rolled really low.
nice. Not too bad for me.
What'd you roll, Dan?
Total of 9 because my dice hate me.
Good. Well, I lowered your DS because you looked in the kitchen earlier, and you told me you investigated very well. You beat the DS of 6.
Nice.
Um, instead of going into let's say the cupboard for pans and stuff, you did ask earlier if the stove was gas, and those have iron uh,
Oh, yeah,
grills on them.
the little cages or whatever. Yeah.
Hmm.
I whip one off and I swing it at the boy.
All right, let's say you get one more attack on you. If you're going to move and attack at the same time, you will take the penalties for moving and attacking. Dan, or if you're going to move in and then attack next turn. Which one are you doing?
The move and attack at the same time. What's the penalty?
Okay, 3, and then why don't you give me one more defense roll there, Sean, while Dan is doing this?
All
Because
right, I'm at -2 now, so that's dropped me to 10 dodge with the 5 bonus. So 15 plus 9, 24.
okay, good. Um, give me that attack roll, Dan.
10. It's like the third one in a row, man.
All right, so your brother just,
Heh,
you know
heh,
what?
heh, 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 heh.
You why don't you roll again? Add a +1 to see if you hit Sean.
Oh, good
add,
lord.
add a +1. It's okay. So,
Yep,
eh,
that's the rule. Add a +1, see if you hit Sean.
16.
Does that hit you,
Do I got
Sean?
it? Do I got to
Roll.
dodge?
Yeah, you sure do.
Oh, it's a good thing yeah. 15 plus 6, 21.
Okay. That's good. What do you guys want to do the next turn?
I continue attacking.
I figure Danny's doing something. I
You
continue dodging.
attack with what?
The thing. The the iron
Oh, I thought you
stove
threw it.
cage. No. I attacked
He,
him with it.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you threw it.
No, that's why you asked me if I moved and then attacked. I moved up and I tried to swing it on him.
Yeah, but I would have asked for a different roll if you weren't going to throw it.
No, I never claimed I was throwing it, good sir.
Well, all right, fair enough. Um, it's just you wouldn't have to roll that dodge then. Why don't you go attack again then? Um, you have a smaller weapon, so I'll actually let you go first this turn.
Mm, what is it considered? What's the non proficient? Is it -3?
I don't know. Do you have any unarmed modified?
Mm-mm. I have saps one
Machete.
hand. I have stones one hand.
Well, the thing with
Short swords, unarmed, handgun.
Saps is unarmed modified. Why don't you
yeah,
just take?
Okay.
Yeah, so don't take a penalty.
12, 19.
19. That is a hit.
Back demon, ghost boy.
Okay,
Bad.
well, this time the iron grill goes straight through him, and he disappears.
I did it. I did it, Shaw. You saw me. I killed the ghost.
good job, Danny.
All right. Oh, wait. I pick up the phone because I never hung it up.
Hmm.
Hey, I hit the ghost of the iron. Now what?
Well, now you keep hitting it until you get rid of it.
By burning the thing, right?
Yep.
Right. Woman, what else in the house belongs to your brother?
All right. The ghost will reappear.
Yeah.
Let's say you finally managed to grab some aggro there, Dan. Why don't you roll a look for me though, because I'm gonna appear behind you.
Sneaky ghost. Need to roll a look. 6. 15. 15 look.
Okay. By the look in both Eva's and Sean's eyes, you get the sense that there's probably something behind you. So, so why don't you go ahead and what do you want to attack again? Or
Yeah.
all right, go ahead and give me an attack roll. You have a faster weapon, so just go for it.
15.
15 attack, huh? That is a miss. He's gonna go for you, and he's gonna try and bop your head open with that big old sledgehammer of his.
Try to roll 20s and higher.
Yeah,
No. 15.
I hit you by one? You say 15?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That sucks.
Yeah, you hit me
Uh,
by one as well.
yeah, if you have a destiny point, well, you might want to use it.
Oh, I have a 2 power, so I take 1 less damage, right?
Yeah, so you'll take 16 plus a quarter is 20.
I'm gonna use a destiny point to reduce the damage.
Yeah,
Are you going to go unconscious or are you going to go prone?
Are those my options? Ugh.
I mean, you have different options. You can use whatever you want.
My dice ran away. I gotta get another one.
Let's see.
It like fell out of my hand, bumped off my shoe, and flew away.
You can reduce 2d12. You fall prone, your weapon is dropped and falls 1d8 feet in a random direction.
I'm gonna
You
do
should
that
have
one.
used that one.
I'm gonna use
Oh,
that
it's the
one.
same thing.
You can make any monster who this option has not been used on make an intimidation check and nothing else for 1 round. Player who uses this option cannot make an attack against the monster.
I'm gonna reduce the damage. It's 2d12.
Yeah, you can reduce it by 2d12. You can use all this stuff, whatever you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce the damage.
You can reduce all damage, but become unconscious for 1d4 rounds.
Mm, I'm gonna reduce the damage and go prone.
That's what I did.
Okay, so you did
Just 1d.
20.
Wait, just
Uh,
1d12?
is it 1 or 2
One,
Just
1d12.
both,
to go
both
prone?
options exist.
Hmm?
Yeah, that one just drops you prone.
Yeah.
So I reduce it by 5. So I'll
Sure.
take 15.
Hmm.
15 real. Does the power do a thing automatically on the sheet, Luca? Or not yet? Or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that I took 14 damage because I have a 2 power.
Okay. I don't know what your power score is, Sean. You might have actually
Let me,
reduced it a little bit.
let me
Oh, look at
Let me
check.
get
that!
it.
I'm out of there. I'm done.
You're dead?
No, self-pres. I'm out.
Oh, all
I'm
right.
sorry, brother. And I start crawling away, prone.
Yeah, you're prone. You're crawling away. You're crawling for your life.
Yep.
I have a power of 2, so that would have dropped the damage by what?
By one.
By 1 each time?
Yeah.
All right. Let me just fix that real quick. I might
You're on your own,
actually.
lady.
Okay, that didn't help much, but it's better.
It's something.
Yeah, I know for sure. Oh man, it's just too hot in here.
So consider me out of the fight.
All right.
Yeah,
Hopefully you
you're
drop. Hopefully you dropped that iron thing when you
Oh
ran.
yeah. What was the what'd you say I need to roll to see how far it flew? A D8?
no, that was the other option. You decided
Yeah,
not to
that's
use
the
it.
first option. The second option was just you fall prone, so you were still holding it. I don't know if you drop it when you started running or not.
Oh,
Yeah,
dropping it
that's
is the is if I go unconscious, then I drop it.
no. You get 2d12 reduction if you
Oh,
dropped it.
oh
And
yeah, that's fine. I already said what I said, and I already used what I used.
mhm.
No, I don't care. I don't care about the weapon anymore. I only care about my own life. So it's probably wherever I lay down at. And I
Mhm.
Well,
crawl
I'm
I
gonna have
crawl
to
to
pick that
safety.
thing up.
Sure, go for it. Let's let's say that's probably your turn.
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna have to pick up the burner grill.
Okay. Um, yeah, let's say that ghost is coming back for you. So what do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna try to attack it.
Okay. I'll give you initiative because The way he's swinging that thing, he's swinging it like a little kid. So
Good. Let's see.
Can
Attack.
can't you also
it's
like
super.
lower your attack to up your defense or something like that? Or I don't remember how those options work.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
probably just going to wind up using a luck point.
you can take a partial defensive. You can get a +3 for a -3.
All right, let me see. I don't have unarmed modified, so that would put me at a negative what?
-3
Um,
for an
do you have
armed person.
unarmed?
Yeah, I'm unarmed, but not unarmed
So
modified.
take a -1.
I could use it like brass knuckles, but that's modified, so
Yeah, so you just
minus
just
one.
just a minus
All
one.
right, -1 and attack 14, -2 because I'm at -2. That puts me at 11, and I rolled a 9, so 20 even.
Nice.
I know, dude. These black dice are kicking
20,
ass.
20.
Yeah.
Tie goes to me.
Ah,
Ooh.
Yeah, I rolled really well. Rolled myself a 10 there.
nice.
Mhm.
One higher than me. It's
Yeah,
valid.
I'm gonna get that attack on you.
Now I don't have my defensive bonuses anymore. So let me
Uh,
check. Oh, -2. My dodge is now a 10. So 18 dodge. There goes my luck point.
no, I missed.
Good.
What do you want to do next turn?
I'm going to attack him again.
Do it.
9 again.
Oh,
So hold
so what?
on.
So that's a 20 for you or what?
Wait. Let me make sure. Attack. Total 14, but I'm at -2.
21.
So it's 12, 9, 21. Thank you, Yuli. 21.
21 is definitely a hit.
So what's the damage on this thing?
Nothing. Your the grate goes through his body, which causes him to wisp away like smoke.
All
That means you have
right.
a small respite.
Now I'm going to check the journal.
You only get one per investigation.
Oh,
And your character has photographic memory, so you already know that we have to find something that. Well, yeah. If I'm allowed to remind him, Hector, because he has photographic
Eh,
memory.
you're out of the game.
yeah, you're sneaking out the door.
Yeah. But I'm saying his character would remember what to do.
Probably, but
Well, I'm just going to keep swiping at the thing with the iron repeatedly. I mean, I got no other idea.
Can he roll a memory check?
I
Well, I
don't know.
have photographic memory,
Yeah, and I think
so
right now you're mostly
I already
just trying to
memorized.
live.
Yeah, I already memorized the whole Hunter's Journal. So
But I'm saying like he would remember what I was trying to do.
hit him
No?
with iron.
Besides that, the other thing, the first thing we tried.
Nope, he's too busy fighting
Yeah,
his
I was
ghost.
busy. I was busy dodging while you were running around, and I don't remember you ever saying that we had to find the thing that he's in or haunting and pour salt on it and burn it.
Pretty sure I
But
was
I do
screaming
remember
that
you
from
were
the
on the phone, so I'm going to pick up the phone and say, "Sean here. Danny's run off. The lady is scared. With whom am I speaking?"
Okay. This is 1-800 monster.
Oh,
Your
well,
bill's
hello. I got a
yeah,
ghost on
awesome.
my hands.
Hey, so have you tried burning the remains yet? Why don't you give me another defense roll? I assume you're still actively trying to watch out for yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. And oh, there goes my luck point.
Probably some.
Probably. Let's see. Dodge. -2 is 10 even. Plus 5, 15. So plus 19.
19 to my 22.
Yes.
And that is 19 damage.
I'm using a
So
luck point
actually
because that
23.
just kills me. So
All
This little
right.
spend,
this little boy is
spending a
whooping
luck
us.
point. There. Luck point spent.
All right. So you fall to the ground, uh, and head bleeding. Uh, everything's too spinny and
Do I
blurry
take
for
the
you
do I
for you
take
to
the
do
damage
anything.
all the way up to death, but not including death for this?
You took a luck point, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it
we'll just
negates
put you,
whatever damage would kill him, right? So it's like he never took that 19.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's actually up to me. I can leave him at one hit point if I
Oh,
want,
okay.
but I really don't care.
Whatever you want to
Um,
do, Jesus.
so you're on the ground, crawling away. You get a mind to grab for the grill for a little bit, but it's not really working. You see that there's a ghost of a young man, a very young boy, looking over you, uh, with a sledgehammer in hand. He is very slowly drawing nearer and becoming the only thing that you can see. He begins to raise the sledgehammer slowly over his head, his eyes intently focused on your face. Uh, and as the hammer starts to come down, he erupts in flames and disappears.
That was lucky. Say on the phone. It erupted in flames and disappeared. Does that mean it's done, or is I got to worry some more?
Good job, Hunter. That's you described pretty much what it looks like when they're sent to the other place.
I think I got to go to the hospital.
All right, good luck, Hunter.
Screw you. I hang up the phone.
Uh-huh.
All right, lady. That's that's your ghost.
She's when you look for her, she's crying over the stone, and she apparently has a melting piece of metal on there.
Now your problem's done now. Danny, where the hell are you?
I'm like 2 houses over, hiding in a doghouse, smoking a cigarette with the dog. Like, don't tell nobody I'm here, Fido. Oh man, that was crazy. I was crazy. I can't even be like out there alive. Stressfully petting the dog.
Ghost's gone. Danny, come on. We're leaving.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I think actually this is a good time for your characters to maybe go home and look their wounds.
Home. We're going to the closest hospital at this point.
Yeah, well, the
I'm
only thing
pretty
is at
sure
the
I've got
hospital,
a I'm pretty sure I've got a skull fracture.
they're going to ask you what happened at the hospital.
Well, it's the 80s, so obviously,
We fell down the stairs. Duh.
I mean, we were drinking a little bit too much and we fell down some stairs. Some very sledgehammer shaped stairs.
All right, fine. Let's say you guys are chatting each other up at the hospital. It's the 80s, so they don't mind putting you in the same room.
Yeah.
Can I smoke in
Yeah.
here?
Actually, it's the 80s, so
No,
probably.
no, sir. You have to go to the lobby.
In the 80s, you could smoke in the hallways in college,
No.
not in the classroom, though.
I'm pretty beat up, so I just take the cigarette and I snap the filter off and I just chew on it. I don't want to move right now. When do we get
I think,
Jello? I yell out the hall.
I think it's time we give up this hunting thing. We don't make no money, get beat up, wind up killing a bunch of plants
Right.
by accident.
Teefy
Hey,
plants.
why don't you roll memory for me, Dan?
Ba-ba-ba-doo. It'll be an 8. Yep. 8
That's
memory.
enough, because this was super weird. You swear you saw that ghost boy point at your brother and call him a murderer.
Hmm. Hey, what was up with that little boy saying you's a murderer? I mean, shouldn't he have been pointing at both of us?
Well, I ain't didn't done no murder nobody, killed a monster.
Well, if you recall, Mr. Perfect Memory, there was only one Rougarou, but
Yes,
but there was two decapitations that day.
yes,
And you heard that gunshot too, Dan.
yes. All
You
right,
weren't the only one
Oh,
shooting.
all right. I tried to go.
that poor boy. Well, that's what he get hanging out with that Rougarou, right?
I didn't know which was which. That thing was going to keep murdering, so I figured you got to do something.
That's right. Well, I guess we'll pray for his soul later. Hopefully, it's the last innocent life we take. Hopefully.
Yeah, all we have to do is stop hunting. That'll fix that.
Ah, Sean, I think you're going to hell, man. But I'm gonna pray for you. You
Oh,
know I'm gonna pray my heart out for you, brother.
that's not the first thing I've done that's probably going to send me to hell.
Right. And if the click button exists in the 80s, I click the nurse button.
Sure, I don't think they actually have that.
Oh.
That's a little more recent. That's like a 90s thing.
Jello!
Whiskey
Jello!
sour?
But service was a lot better. So
So we were
Yeah,
attended to more
waitress,
often.
what you need, huh?
waitress, waitress, I'll have a whiskey sour.
Can I get
Ha,
me? Let me get
real
three.
funny.
Let me get 3 Jello cups, right? And then cover it with like birthday cake icing or something like that. Please,
She checks
ma'am.
your charts. I don't think you're allowed to have that. We have to talk to your doctor.
Right, get them on in here. I'm hungry.
No, no, boys. You're gonna have to get your strength up, start moving around.
Already?
No time like the present. She leaves you.
Uh, 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 You're not gonna help?
Where's that damn doctor? I gotta find out if I got me a skull fracture.
Ah, man, I grabbed the wheelie
You guys have
thing.
you guys have bandaged heads.
I
That's for sure.
Uh, I
Yeah.
I grab whatever IV I'm hooked up to and I wheel it into the hallway so I can have a cigarette. In the doorway, but I'm technically in the hall. Just kind of nod at strangers walking by. Hattie. So that's what I'm doing.
All right. You guys talk about anything else?
Uh, I mean, look back over at Sean. I mean, if kind of look around, if doing what we do somehow, I mean, helps people that don't know how to help themselves, I kind of figure we keep doing it, brother. I mean, we gotta
Ah,
get better at it eventually, right?
we're gonna need a lot more bullets. We ain't getting paid.
Uh, technically we are. Remember that conversation we had with Steven about the papers and the sign? Wink, wink.
Ah, right. Well, as soon as I get to see my X-ray, we should probably leave.
Don't want the bill to run up too high. You right. We could do rest of the
Oh, they don't
recordings
even.
at the house.
They even got our information yet. They don't know who we are.
We're gonna go ahead and let. Oh no, I guess we don't have that. Yeah, never mind. Never mind.
All right, you guys satisfied with your conversation?
Yeah, yeah.
Anything else you want to hash out?
Um. Well, from now on, brother, I say we keep iron on hand. You feel me? Maybe like an iron
Probably a
knife.
good idea.
Something that fit easy in the boot in case we got to fight more. You know, things in the future.
Iron bullets.
That too.
We're gonna need to go to gunsmith.
Right. You just make some at the house.
Not too.
Okay. Do we want to progress now? Okay. Let's say you guys head back home. Um, we're gonna go ahead and advance a couple of weeks, so you guys can change your hit points accordingly.
2 weeks.
Now you took damage to you took a bunch of lethal damage, so I think you're getting hit points back.
Yeah.
But you're not getting wounds back.
All right.
Um,
So how many
it's
am I
going to take, in order for you to regain a wound, it's going to be 30 days minus your stamina score, or or yeah, minus your stamina score.
So 28 days.
And
That
now
doesn't
it's
Yeah,
help me.
it'd be
27
28
days.
days. Yeah, it'd be 28 and 27 days for you guys to
Doesn't help me.
regain a single wound
Yeah.
from lethal damage. Yeah.
We
So you guys are
regain a
still all beat up.
wound.
The hit points, however, come back every uh for you it'd be 22 hours and 21 hours for you, Dan.
Lethal? Lethal hit points?
I think the hit points. You might have to look it up right now. Because I think hit points come back per day, not per month.
So what's
Yeah,
the month for? The month are for wounds?
yeah.
Okay.
Wounds lost to lethal are months.
Okay.
Well, on the character sheet, I'm just leaving it as knockout damage to keep
Mhm.
the negative in place
Okay,
and
so
removing the lethal.
you guys are gone for healing up for a couple of weeks. You guys get to the point where you can move around and stuff. Those injuries are still there though. That's what the why the wounds
Yeah.
are.
I
And
I do I do full rest.
And I'm pretty
cool.
sure our mother's none too happy about all
I'm
this.
pretty sure that is the full rest rate. It'd be twice as long if you were.
And I'm
Um,
pretty sure our mother's not too happy about any of this. I mean, our
no,
dad.
your mother gives you a day before she comes back. Says so she calls you in, screams at you in the trailer and says, "Get your butts out here! I need to talk to y'all."
Here we go. Wrap
This is
myself
why
in a
we should never listen to Mexican Steven.
I wrap myself in a blanket and I make my way to the living room.
You want to tell me what happened?
Ghost.
And
with a
chupacabras.
sledgehammer.
And a witch.
Is that right?
That's all of it, mama. Oh, and maybe the cartel.
And I killed something that wasn't a monster.
Nah. It wasn't your fault, Sean. I mean, it was a desperate situation, and we didn't really know what was going on. You did what you had to do, brother, in the moment.
Hey, they wouldn't
This,
listen.
Exactly.
this nasty hunter business. I told your daddy to leave, never come back, but his ghost still haunts us.
Wait, for real? Daddy's still here? Like, what?
No, I don't mean like that, you idiot.
Oh,
Yeah, you idiot.
I mean I can't get rid of him. Even by getting rid of him, Mexican Steven have to come around, introduce y'all into that world. And what the hell's gotten into you?
just hang my head.
Why was Bobby Joe here crying the other day?
Oh,
God darn it! I told Papa Joe to keep her mouth shut.
that was the whole thing with the band.
Yeah, it could be helped, Mama. Something was going down, and she just happened to be there.
You took her with you on a hunt, and y'all were mean to her, real mean. Did you tell her, shut up, woman? Did I raise you that way, boy?
Shut up, woman.
Get out of my trailer.
Even me, Mama? Me too?
You talk to Bobby Joe that way?
No, ma'am.
Are you sure you didn't call her a B?
I'm not 100% positive. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I tried to keep her out of danger the best I could.
Well, I don't know what the hell's gotten into you. Hunting and killing and doing God knows what. Being mean to women. That girl's been your friend your whole dang life.
Just hang my head. Break eye contact.
I already left. Self pres.
Rolled fail versus Mama.
After you boys heal up, that might be the end of it. We'll see.
Understood, Mama. I'm gonna go lay back
All right.
down. I kind of feel like I'm dying a little.
All right. So, like I said, let's say 2 weeks pass and Mexican Steven shows up. This time he walks up calmly instead of screaming. And frantically and panicking.
I let him in.
What's up, muchachos?
Oh,
Daniel, Juanito.
Steven, we're still all messed up from the last job, man. This is a rough
Oh,
life.
man. You guys got it bad. Hey, come on. Let's go. You when you see that he goes outside, he's got a Volkswagen Beetle. Let's take the truck. This car is too small.
Where are we going?
What you
Oh,
talking about, Steven?
to get some money.
Is this money gonna involve physical activity?
Nah, don't worry. I won't take you on a hunt. No. Look at you. You look like one of those things that you plead your ear.
A Q-tip?
Yeah. What happened to your heads?
Uh, little boy.
Ghost with a
Sledgehammer.
sledgehammer.
Gross with the hammer.
It's just it was hot though.
I see.
You know, I was about to find myself the love of my life until that little ghost kid with a sledgehammer hit me in the head.
So you guys, yeah. I mean, ghosts, yeah, they're dangerous, they're peligrosos, muy peligrosos. But you guys get really messed up, huh?
Yeah.
You want me to drive?
Yeah, I'm driving.
All right, let's go to the post office.
Right.
Tell me about it. You guys get in the truck.
I
Tell
grab
me about it.
I grab an iron crowbar. and then I get in the truck. And I
Well,
hold it close to my body.
what happened with the Nino Ghost?
He went up in flames.
Ah, so you burned his body, huh?
No, he was
Or salt?
cremated before that.
Oh, those are tough, man. Because they can be like in anything. Like sometimes they like el pelo de una dama, una
Never found,
cartera,
never found it. Just
radio. Uh,
yeah, never found it. Just hit him with iron until he finally burst into flames.
no, no, no. Then he's still alive.
Oh,
Wait, wait.
fantastic!
Yeah, yeah. If he bursts into flames, that's kind of like what it looked like when you get rid of him. So you must have burned
Well,
something.
there was a few things that got burned, so maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't like how this is going, Stephen.
They, they can like, they can be like, you have to burn a boot. You never know.
Yeah,
Whatever. Normally, like something in la vida, they like, they really, it was like important, very important to them. And
Gotta
then you
remember
burn
that.
that
Gotta
with
remember
the
that
salt.
for next time.
well, if
Yeah,
it
yeah.
comes
But
back
hey,
after us,
ghost, usually they're not that big a deal. You just put the salt, a salt, and you make a circle.
What does
well,
that do?
thanks for telling me, Stephen.
They
That's
can't come.
real handy information.
They can't come in the circle.
Right.
No pueden pasar la sal.
Oh, that would have been real handy. Just like
Yeah.
hold my body.
I'm sorry I don't go with you guys, but it's much worse for me.
What'd you have to do?
Hombre lobos.
With Lobo.
Uh, lobo.
No.
He is. It's like
You mean like the comic book character?
how lobo.
Oh, Wolf?
Yeah, wolf.
Wolf man? Wolf
Yeah,
man?
yeah, yeah. Wolf, man.
They're wolf men?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hombre
Okay,
lobo.
okay. Save us the headache. How do you kill him?
Just say right there in the journal. You use a silver to the eye.
Silver. Alright. So I need an iron
It's like
knife. We
just
need
like the movies. Silver bullet.
we need
Yeah,
iron
yeah. That's
knife,
real.
silver knives, iron bullets, silver bullets. I'm gonna put that on my list of things to do once I get
Wonder
healed
what
up.
Oh
would
yeah.
happen if you shot a ghost with a salt bullet.
I told you boys, you need a lot of things. That's why it's very expensive. That's why we need to make money.
And we're gonna go pick up the money at the post office.
Azure, I need you help, okay?
Stephen,
Right.
we can't rob our home post office. They know who we are.
He puts his hat on the dash. No, 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 it's okay. These letters, they go nowhere. I just picked them up.
Right. As
All
long as we ain't
right.
gotta hurt nobody, I guess it's fine.
No, no, you go in there and you talk to the guy.
Oh, we're your distraction, huh?
Ándale, yeah.
Right.
Distracción.
Right.
I'm too beat up in the face to go talking to any ladies or anything.
No, 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 this is very good. You go in like that, and you're like, ¿qué te pasó? What happened? What happened? And then I go in.
I'll blame it on you, Stephen.
Sounds easy enough. Let's go get this illegal money.
All right, so
Ah,
you go up, and sure enough, being Nukenbach, Texas, and this is the only post office and all of it.
yeah, there's probably like 10
you
people in this town.
you definitely know the guy behind the counter.
Ah,
Um,
how's it going, George?
George, cool. Um, oh goodness, what happened to you two?
Oh, we was hunting some things and it just went a little sideways on us. But we getting better.
Getting better. You mean you were worse than this?
Yeah. So hey,
Oh,
Well,
goodness.
you got any of
that's
them
what happens when you get run over by a buck.
you got any of them Superman stamps back there, way in the back over there?
Oh.
And I kind of like behind my back, kind of do this to Steven.
Sure, you guys distract him, and he comes back with a pile of letters. Um, and then he just holds them behind his back. Oh, wrong place. Okay. And he backs out.
Who's that?
Strange fella.
He was probably trying to get to the dance hall.
Uh,
Well, we'll just take them Superman stamps and be on our way then, George.
All right, there you go. Uh, Gosh, I don't remember how much they cost. They're probably 12 cents right now.
I'll just look it up real quick.
Yeah, well, whatever it is. Um, you buy a book of stamps, and you come back out, and sure enough, Stephen is in the truck, opening up the letters.
Right then,
Oh,
Steven. What we do now?
we need to go to telephone.
22 cents a stamp.
22 cents. Oh, that sounds like a bit much, but cool. Um, so sure enough, he shows you how, and he goes, okay, now you turn.
All right.
I go get, I go get us a Coca-Cola.
And repeat the process of what he showed us.
Sure, he's activating all the cards, and he's got a bucket of quarters. After he activates all the cards,
Well, Steven, you got a peso?
see,
Well,
get it?
a single peso.
Oh, okay, and he has one.
You know, I take it from him. If you drill a quarter-inch hole in this thing, it's the same weight as a quarter.
I see. Okay, we try. Maybe next time. All right. But um, Stephen then says, "Okay, you guys want to go to Austin, or you guys want to go to Dallas? Maybe
Mm,
maybe we go to Austin because we don't shoot a bunch of people in
We
Austin.
should probably go back to Midland.
But maybe we
Check
go
and
to
see if
Dallas.
that check and see if that ghost is still doing ghost things.
maybe we could just find the lady in the phone book and give her a ring.
But the Dallas is a bigger place. You know, they have more stuff.
Listen, Steven, I'm 100% down for another adventure, but not till my wounds heal, buddy. I'm in no shape
No,
to
no, no,
fight
no,
right now.
no. You guys, take it easy, okay?
What's easy
I
about
don't,
this life, Steven?
I
What are we
don't
gonna do in
believe you,
Dallas,
Steven.
Steven? Jump buildings, swing from ropes?
No, we are gonna go shopping.
Okay, let's go.
And yeah, he takes you to every ATM around the city and clears them out.
Watch what he's doing. Try to learn.
Sure, we activated all the cards and he uses all the cards and he withdraws as much money as it'll let him, which I think at the time may or may not have had a limit, depending on what kind of cards he got. But still, he drives from ATM to ATM picking up wads of cash. And then he cuts you guys in.
Very nice.
And then he takes you to some pawn shops. Oh man, over here in America, you just go to the pawn shop. They have everything.
Right?
No,
It's a one-stop shop.
no hay tienda así en México.
Right.
So, if you guys want, we can try and get some equipment right now because we don't have a super amount of time left, and you guys are pretty much done with the episode.
I'm gonna look for a 6 shell pump action shotgun.
Let's say that's an uncommon number.
Or whatever it is. 8? Is it 8?
Five, 5 and 8 is a little uncommon. You're at a pawn shop, so let's say you could find
You can always pop the
you,
plug out.
you can no you can roll for it to see if you find one.
What am I
Um,
rolling? Percent now?
yeah, roll over roll over 90 for 8 and roll over 75 for 6, which is a strange
I
number.
rolled.
I'm not sure.
I rolled a 49.
So 5 is common enough.
Yeah. Get one of them's.
It's uncomfortably hot here.
Oh no, man, Texas. Uh, Stop global warming, guys out there, if you're listening. It's too hot
Yeah,
in Texas. It's way too hot in Texas.
stop global warming.
Pump action, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pawn shop. You might be able to find anything crazy. So,
Right
uh,
then,
but
sir behind the counter there.
AR-15.
Show me your pistols that carry the most rounds of ammunition, please.
That'd be an extended magazine.
uh, Glock 9mm, 17 rounds.
You got anything heavier? Shopping for heavy
No,
pistols.
not with that round count. No, so I think Desert Eagles were 357 at this point. They hadn't made them in 50
And there were still extended magazines.
Yeah, yeah, but actually, I think theirs was the original. Uh, I'm not sure if the magazine ban had passed yet, so they were still available, but not able to be manufactured.
So if I found a Desert Eagle, it would be a 357 Desert Eagle.
Yeah,
Do you need me to? You want me to roll to see if I find one?
that'd be really rare. Why don't you? Yeah, roll 98% or higher.
Whew. Mm, mm-mm. I rolled.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, I rolled 50.
Yeah, production numbers on those were really low. So, um, you. Yeah, the most common thing would still be a 44 mag, which is what you're carrying. That's a huge gun.
Yeah. Just looking for something more bullets in it. That's all.
It's not doing that much more in the Eagle.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Is there anything else you wanted?
Mm,
Well, I don't think they're going to have specialty bullets here, like steel, silver. I think that's something we're going to have to press ourselves.
right. If they got some machetes on hand, I'll pick up a couple extra machetes just to.
I know a guy in Mexico, but it's better not to take the bullets across the border.
Right. Right.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, it's all right, maybe.
Couldn't we just hire another Mexican to smuggle them for us?
Yeah, yeah. See, it's just better.
So we should do that.
Maybe. Did you want to visit Eva?
Yeah,
Okay, let's say you guys visit Eva. We'll go ahead and skip another week.
All right.
Yeah. Um, Mexican Steven goes off on his way. He gives you guys about half the money, which is a lot, and he tells you guys to prepare better and read the journal for some of the stuff you're going to need. Um, Like for example, I think he says you guys don't have any machetes. I'm not sure if you do.
I buy extra machetes.
You never know. So you visit Eva, Miss Evelyn, and you guys are still partially bandaged, looking a lot better than you were 3 weeks ago, at least.
Knock on her door.
Mhm. Oh, hi.
Howdy, man.
Um,
Still
uh,
having ghost troubles?
come in, please. N- I don't know. I haven't talked to anyone.
I bring the crowbar with me.
You know, I just don't understand. Oh, is that she looks at the crowbar. Is that necessary?
It's for my own protection, ma'am. You're not in danger from me.
You know, I just don't understand why it all happened.
I'm
Are
not
you
too sure either.
are you sure you're safe here? After, I
Oh,
mean,
that's fine and good.
the way I saw um the way I saw Edward, he burnt into nothing
It might not be safe. It might be safe. Just want to make sure.
after I
So we're
destroyed
gonna.
the pendant. You had a picture
Ah,
of it.
did you put salt on it? Set it
Hold
on
on.
fire?
Hold on. So you
Yeah,
telling me we were dying in fear for our lives, and you had the thing that we needed to do the thing around your neck the whole time? Do you have beer in your fridge? And I just go to the kitchen. These people, man. Ah, ah.
is he really upset? She looks at you.
Nah, he's
ah.
just being a little baby.
I I wanted to help. Believe me, well, I've never seen a ghost before, especially not that I loved so much.
Well, at least it got taken care of. Just wanted to make sure you're okay.
I
Wink at
just
her.
don't I just don't understand why he would do that. But I mean, maybe it was like a vengeance thing.
Well, I mean, how long has he passed? How long has he been passed?
Oh, he was 8 and I was 10. That's 15 years ago.
And
See some
how long did you have the people dying around you?
well, like I said, it started 5 years ago.
That's
But I don't understand. I just don't understand. Um, Edward, he died in a real bad way. There was a man with a sledgehammer, and well, he did awful things to him. And then he smashed his soul. Well,
Now that's probably why he doesn't like men.
but I don't understand why he went after you and those other guys. Well, wait a minute. I do know why he was protecting me from the guy from the singles ad. But the other guys, I don't understand.
who
He
was the,
probably just didn't like men.
who was the man with the sledgehammer? Was he your daddy, your mama's boyfriend, or something?
Oh, they never caught him.
Who was he though? Some stranger?
Yeah.
Hmm.
We should probably catch that guy, Daddy.
Yep. Put two between his eyes, I say.
One in the butt.
Righteous. Keeping it righteous, brother. Protecting our souls.
Catch him. I don't even know how you'd start. That investigation went nowhere. And it was 15 years ago.
Well, first we're gonna have to rob the police department, or maybe talk to someone in the police department,
Right,
and maybe
right.
maybe talk to somebody.
This is a little better idea there, brother.
Where's your private investigator?
Oh, I don't know. Really, I just want it all to be over. I wish I knew what happened to Edward, though.
Well, that's the whole thing of
Uh,
it, I figure.
he hasn't attacked you yet, so I guess he's gone, really
Well,
gone.
we're going to have to make sure about that, Seduce.
Ma'am, this is for your own protection. And I
11.
give her a little pap on the butt. I'm sorry. And I just give her a little smack and I look around. It's a crowbar.
Oh, hey, I guess it's all over. Maybe, I'd just like to be alone.
Seems safe enough, Sean.
I mean, if Edward's gone, I guess it's all over.
We'll make sure
So,
later. Come
thank,
back.
thanks, I guess.
We'll try and figure this whole thing out for you, man.
I just want to forget.
Right. We'll leave it to you grieving. Sorry about the mess we left.
Oh, that looks okay. Now, where did we leave Stephen?
Probably in the truck.
Right. My head's a little foggy. I'm going to get hit harder than I thought.
Yep. Who knows? Ghosts are so tough.
All right, let's get out of here.
Ma'am, show ourselves out.
Okay. You guys drive back home. Uh,
We got bullets to press. Iron, silver. What else we need to put in bullets, Stephen?
Steven.
you guys left Steven behind.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, he's still searching for Ponytail.
Searching for what?
Oh, the cartel? Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, we need to go home and make bullets.
Right. Maybe we could hit another pawn shop and buy some jewelry we can melt down at the house.
Silver.
Yep.
That's a good idea. No. Yeah, you guys go ahead and pick up a bunch of silver.
And iron.
And
Iron's
Iron-
easy enough. Just get a
Iron-
magnet, drag some dirt.
Iron's a problem. Um, iron is near the hardness of the barrel, which means it would destroy the barrel very quickly. You could get more barrels and just swap them out every once in a while, but
Locked.
the easiest way to go is with an iron core with a softer metal around it.
You could also probably shoot oct or birdshot
So
made
that's
of
going
iron.
to be harder. No, so according to the journal, you guys need pure iron. Oct is going to be probably mild steel. So
Well, that's where you replace the mild steel with iron.
if possible. Either way, you guys, it's going to be like 1,000 degrees different to melt silver than to melt iron. So not that easy on that one.
might need a.
Still, you guys, for keep this in mind for next time. Write some stuff down that you're going to want to make, and we'll say that right now. We go through. We end the episode with a montage of you guys building whatever it is you want.
Gonna be a montage.
Yeah, because you finding yourself woefully unprepared and nearly hammer smashed. You, you guys don't
Q,
want to go through
Q
that
Cannibal Corpse.
yes, sir. But that wasn't a thing yet. I think that hadn't come out till the 90s.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go. We're gonna go with. We're we're gonna have to go with another song. I don't know. I was watching Karate Kid the other day. Maybe you're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever get you down. Something of the sort. Guys, we're gonna go ahead and call it. Thank you for joining us. Remember, if you catch this later, this is an interactive stream. Don't got a lot of interaction right now, but we're very hopeful. We hope that you guys see that we're having a good time over here. We want you to join us, and we want you to leave comments so that
Someone buy me an air conditioner.
my players here. I'm gonna go ahead and give them one destiny point for this session.
Thank you, good
Um,
sir.
Uh,
but they probably deserve a lot more. And you, by not watching, you're robbing them. So shame on you, viewers.
Why are
Shame
you
on you.
taking food out of
Um,
my mouth?
and if you are wondering whether or not these things are worth watching, go ahead and catch our previous episodes. If they're not up on Twitch anymore, because Twitch deletes them after a week, you can go to my YouTube channel, Artist for Hire S. The S is for Santana. That's me. Um, we,
Satanus.
we will. We will. We're going to be here every week doing this until it catches on, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. This week, we're doing something a little different. We're going to take a break and be back in approximately 30 minutes. So if anybody watches this, catches the end of this, we're going to have a little after show, but we need a little time to go to the bathroom, refresh our drinks,
I need to
cool our
stand
heads.
directly under the air conditioner for a
Yeah,
while. Damn
we need
swamp cool.
yeah, we need to rest our butts from sitting too long and do all that stuff. We're gonna have a nice casual hangout, do a bunch of cool bro stuff. I don't know.
Just
We
bro
actually do
out.
have a topic. We do have a topic. I decided that. Oh, but Yuli Copper doesn't want the
You'll
topic.
find out what the topic is when you join us in the
Yeah,
hangout.
Hmm.
and you guys might find value in that because we are going to be talking about TTRPGs in general. We
And
will have
I'll
a
use my
specific topic for
regular
you when we're
voice.
done. Right? And hope you join us. Hope you see you next week, guys. Did I miss anything?
You forgot to give us each like 20 points for skills and whatnot.
I'll update your sheets momentarily.
20 points.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
They're condensed sessions.
I am
All right, I'm gonna go
commencing.
stand under the AC.
I will commence the awkward exit.
It's time for an awkward exit.